Welcome to Company Avenue number 2. I'm your host, Echo Fan Grey Wolf. So this is the final video for the night. It might be the final video for a while because my computer's moving kind of slow. So here's how this works. And this is about moral compasses. And basically, it's a Falcon 47 video. It will be the last video of the day. Alright? And I want to make this clear. Alright? Because I'm about to talk about moral compasses. Okay, we can do that. Because that'll put some light on the subject and then I can charge the flashlight. I am the subject. Look, I'm not a saint by any means necessary. But I have a moral compass. And the moral compass states that right is right, wrong is wrong, and yes, there is a gray line, and I probably walk that gray line more than anybody that I know. But at the end of the day, I do know right from wrong. I know that at 52, I shouldn't be looking at 14-year-old girls and thinking, wonder what she's going to taste like. That's fucking wrong. That's a pure example. If you are 52 and you're talking to 9-year-olds on the escalator and talking about something, you're going to date them in 10 years, there's something wrong with you. I am a man of color. I know damn well if I would have been in his shoes, somebody would have tried to thump my shit inside out. And most of that is because I'm a man of color. If I looked at a little white child and said, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years, I bet that daddy would not have had one goddamn problem of leaping off that motherfucking damn escalator and beating my ass. And nobody would have batted an eye. Nobody would have batted an eye. And myself personally would have agreed. Black motherfucking pervert dude talking about something. He could be dating my daughter in 10 years. She's 8 years old. Why is the black guy doing it? So to anybody who wouldn't bat an eye, I ask you, if it's not okay for me, why is it okay for another white dude to say another thing to a white man's child going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. No, dude. This is where my moral comes in. And you may say I'm an evil motherfucker. I'll accept that. Because here's that fact. If I'm white, and you're white, and you're looking at my little girl as we're going up the escalator, and then you start laughing saying you're going to be dating her in 10 years, I'd like to know how you expect to do that when you don't have any teeth. Or while you're in critical condition from that ass whooping that I'm going to throw you. Now see, if Trump would have been black, nobody would have said anything. They would have just whooped his ass and everybody would have said, perverted black man flirting with a little white girl. The world would have stopped. You don't like what I just said, right? Of course you don't. Because it's the truth. But Trump was a white man. That was a white family. And they just laughed it off with him. No, motherfucker, that's your daughter. This is a sick, perverted motherfucker. Talking about having sex with your daughter in 10 years. If he does not have a heart attack and survives the onslaught, he's going to try to impregnate your daughter. He's dating her in 10 years. If you don't have a problem with that, I'm not the monster. I'm not the monster at all. There are even lines that monsters and demons don't even cross. Well, maybe not monsters, but demons do cross those boundaries. But monsters themselves, we have moral compasses. Yeah, I'll admit I'm a monster. I'm a tiny man. I'm 5'3.5". Should I break your elbows if we get to fighting? No. Can I break your elbows if we get to fighting? Yes. Will I break your elbows if we get to fighting? If I can't stop you any other way, I'm breaking everything that I can reach. As long as I don't kill you, it's not going to be that bad of a charge. It's going to be an assault charge. But I got these dog tags back here that let people know I'm militarily trained. I was militarily trained before I joined the Army. These videos will prove it. So they'll be able to use the videos against me in court. Except for this just one problem. Everyone who's ever encountered me knows that I know martial arts. Everyone who knows my name, James Edward Williams Jr., Jonah, anything that they've ever called me by. I've been a Joe once or twice too. If you've met me, you know I know martial arts. It's my thing. Starting a fight with me would be a really bad idea, and most people have really bad ideas. If you start a fight with someone and you provoke them into beating your ass, it's really not that much of a legal conflict that they can really do. You picked the fight. You picked the person you were having a fight with. You thought you could beat their ass, and they surprised you. They broke your elbow. They broke your kneecaps. Any video that I have discussed, any martial art video I got out there, shows people that that is my MO. I'm not going to kill you. But when you throw that jab, I'm going to be over there. One hand's going to be here. One hand's going to be there. This is going to be pulled. This is going to be pushed. Crack. I'm breaking your elbow. And then my fist is going to go right to your throat or to one of your ribs. And I'm never letting this arm go. It's broken. I'm not letting it go. You're going to be in pain until it goes numb. And at the time it takes for it to go numb, I'm going to be thrashing you. Moral compass, anyone? You're all going to say, that's wrong as hell. I'm 5'3". Most people are bigger than me. It's not wrong as hell. You start the fight, I finished the fight. And I literally said, I'm not a saint. I am a monster. I am capable of great evils. But I choose not to do them. But in the event that some jackass, white, black, indifferent, decides to look at my daughter and say, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years, and she's 8, we're going to go buy her some Barbies. And you talking about you can be dating her in 10 years? Well, when you get out of a coma, you let me know how that works out. You'll come out of a coma by the time I'm getting released from jail. Ain't no prisoner in the world gonna be mad at me for that. Why you in here? Well, this perverted dude said he was gonna be dating my daughter in 10 years, and I won't have that. Well, what did he look like? Hey, don't matter what he looked like. His face looked like mashed potatoes right now because I permanently rearranged his goddamn dental work. What did you do? I leaped off the motherfucking escalator. I flying tackled that motherfucker, and I ground and pounded until he didn't make a motherfucking sound. That's what should have happened. It didn't. Laughed it off. 1996. Beauty pageant. Oh, girls, they're just trying to cover themselves up. They're 14 to 19. Especially the 14-year-olds. They're just starting to develop. If y'all don't have a problem with this, you are the problem. Your 14-year-old girl, she's walking around covering herself up because that's what she's supposed to do. If you raise, depending on how you raise, and unless you're a fucking nudist, most girls are pretty bashful about boobs, ass, vagina. You know, they're going to put a towel on. They walk around. Women specifically will knock your daughter's goddamn head off if there's company in the house. It's like, no, you put something on that can't nobody see what the fuck you wear. Now, I can't say for specific households, but the family that I come from, we make our girls cover their shit up. If there's somebody who's not a biological family member or a family friend, even though you trust them, you still don't trust them. Because you're like, hey, yo, you got to wear something else. You can't wear something that's going to have these popping and other things. And it's not the girl's fault. It's that grown-ass family friend who should not be looking at that stuff. Now, granted, humans are humans. Humans are going to look. Okay. And you can look. But the second you start having sexual thoughts about these teenage girls or these underage girls, you got problems. You got problems. Your moral compass is glitching. You know, he walked in on 14-year-olds. And y'all don't think he's on the Epstein list. Maybe you want to check your moral compass. I got a moral compass. I'm not a saint. I am 1,000% a monster. But there are rules of engagement. And there's a rules to being monsters. Monsters don't hurt children. Monsters don't have sex with children. Monsters don't look at children in any other way than to frighten them and feed off their energy. Because we're monsters. Now, most monsters have a moral compass. But there's just one problem. And I'm going to end the video with the statement. But I need to be right here so you can see it. The dangerous monster that has ever walked the earth is a human being.